Thank you so much for joining us for Orange County Jewish Life magazine. We are here in the beautiful Laguna Beach Playhouse, which is appropriate since you will be premiering your show, Act 3, here January 5th through the 31st. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect.
First, I want to mention that we both have beautiful bust lines.
Oh, thank you. We do, right?
Not many women have the beautiful bust lines that we're sharing with you today. Okay, now I'll answer your question. I'm just noticing because you have to, and we're very, we're glowing.
We're blessed.
We have inner
blessed.
glowing. We know that we're happy people, and we're doing what we want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to be doing Act 3, which is a play that a writer sent me and a producer sent me. They wanted me to do it in London, and I said, I can't do it in London. I have a family, but I do have a beach house in Laguna Beach, so I will do it at the lovely Laguna Playhouse. And this play was so funny, and it was so original, and it was a challenge, and I love a challenge because you can't just rest on your laurels. They're very uncomfortable. I find laurels are uncomfortable. And I was very excited when Laguna decided to do it with an actor called Charles Shaughnessy, excuse me, who was the father, the very handsome father on The Nanny.
Right.
And he's done lots of stage work. And when I forget my lines, he's going to tell me what to say. No, I'm not going to. I've already memorized the play. Everything is good. We're in good hands.
Well, we're all very excited to see it. So your comedic background, stand-up performance, I really am just curious to know your influences growing up.
I was never funny growing up. I was a ballerina.
Really?
I was in a ballet company when I was 10, 11. I danced on Broadway when I was, I started professionally dancing at 15, and on 16 I was in prom. I never wanted to be anything except a dancer, and I was in my 6th Broadway show. I was 26 years old on Broadway. No, I don't know, somewhere in there. I lose count. And I was in Annie, and I said, oh dear, there are too many dancers, there are too many actresses, there are too many singers, there aren't many female comedians, I'll be that. And then I started to do it, and I loved it. So this is kind of my second life. But I love it. I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah,
and
you're
now I'm
good
doing
at
a play,
it.
third life. Act 3!
See that? See that?
There you go.
That's amazing.
All comes together.
We're a Jewish Life magazine, so I'm wondering, what is it that you think, looking at Joan Rivers and yourself and other funny Jewish comedians, what is it about Jews that make us funny?
Nothing is funny if everything is going right. And I think we have had a lot of turmoil in our past, and most people have turmoil in their present. I turned it into humor. I of course I'm very lucky that I'm happily married and have the best little girl in the world, and my dog is perfect. But growing up, my mom was sick, and I was having to deal with a lot of tragedy in my life. So I think that when you have tragedy and you can deal with it in a humorous way, it lightens the tragedy, and I think that's why a lot of Jewish people are funny.
Love it. Good answer.
Do I win anything? This is a good answer. Come on down. Come on down.
Well, in your book, Rita Rudner's Guide to Men, what is one takeaway for us single girls that we can use, like for a date or in our lives, some advice that you'd give us?
I have a few jokes. I can't say that they're going to help you for real, but they'll be entertaining.
Tell us.
Always date a man who has a pierced ear. Ask me why.
Why?
They've experienced pain and bought jewelry. Ha ha. There you go. See, that's a good one. You can tell a lot about a guy by the way they play a game. I was playing tennis with this one guy. He couldn't say 30 love. He kept saying 30. I really like you, but I still have to see other people. So that was a clue. Oh, you're such a good laugher. I'm going to tell you all my jokes.
Those are very good, very good. Maybe I'll tell those jokes on the date. So I'm fascinated by the comedy world and everyone in it, and how you've been able to maintain a somewhat really fairly normal, grounded life of healthy, good marriage, a daughter, a dog, a home. How do you do it? What's your secret?
Well, my husband and I, we've been married for 27 years, almost 28 years now.
Wow.
And we've been very lucky in that no other people have ever found either one of us attractive. So it's been very easy. To stay together. I put my marriage first all the time, and I don't care. And my daughter comes first, and my life comes before show business. Show business it's going to go away. My family's always going to be there. So that's why when someone asked me to do this play in London over Christmas, I said, hey, that's not going to happen.
Right.
And even when I was asked to do movies and be away on the road for, in a trailer for 4 months, I said, no, I'm married. And also, my husband and I, we work together. We met because he produces comedy shows and I perform comedy. And he is directing the play. He's directed movies, he's written movies. And I figure he tells me what to do all the time. He might as well get paid for it. So he's directing Act 3. He's an excellent director. And we work together, and that's how we met. So it's not like all of a sudden we're working together. We worked together for 3 years before I dated him. So we're it's our dynamic. So I would say, if you're interested, because you're a single girl, you have to meet someone. I don't know. I know people meet someone like this, look at their pictures. I think you have to meet someone through your work. And you're doing interesting work, and you will meet somebody. And you have faith that you will meet somebody.
You're right.
But don't do this.
No, I can't do that anymore.
Don't do this. Don't do that.
What would you tell your 30-year-old self that you wish you knew at the time?
Things are going to get really, really good really, really soon.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's exciting.
Because before 30, I was kind of floundering. I loved what I did, but I didn't have very good relationships. And I wasn't as happy as I was after I met my husband. And we got together. And, I'm just kind of a person who likes to be with somebody, and it's kind of a comfortable feeling for me. And I was kind of going, "Was there someone? No, this is terrible. Oh, why did he do that? Oh, isn't this? Shouldn't I? What?" So at 30, everything got better.
Oh, great! Very excited about that. 31.
Okay,
so now it's
anytime
coming.
now. You just wait any day now. I'm predicting 2-3 weeks. All gonna have to. Trajectory up.
Do you think it's difficult being a woman in comedy? How has it changed from when you first started?
It's much more accepted now. When I chose comedy because there weren't many female comedians, and there's still, in relationship to men, there aren't that many. But I think this is a great time for women. I think that funny women are being hailed in movies for the first time, and it was always, the funny man and the model, the funny man and the gorgeous blonde woman, and oh my gosh, that Daryl Hannah, she's hysterical. Well, I don't think she is. I think she might be a good actress, but I think that Amy Poehler and Tina Fey and Melissa McCarthy and they're more, and Kristen Wiig, they're all fantastic, and they're all funny women, and they're getting to do movies because for a long time, only funny men transferred into movies, like Adam Sandler and Robin Williams and Will Ferrell. They all, but the females were just kind of left out in their cult. I think it's all changing, and it's fantastic.
What am I doing on New Year's Eve? Where am I going?
You are coming here. Because this is a tradition now. Every New Year's Eve, I play the New Year's show at the Laguna Playhouse, and it is the most civilized New Year's Eve you will ever experience because it ends at 9 o'clock in the evening.
Perfect.
And they celebrate with New York, and they have a big screen with the ball dropping in New York, and everyone has champagne and chocolate-covered strawberries. And then you can go home before people get drunk, and then you can watch the parties on television, which is where you should be on New Year's Eve. You should be home when everybody's drunk like this. And also, my daughter, Miss Molly Bergman, she opened for me last year because she's 12. She was 12. It's time for her to work, and she's 13 this year. And she's a singer-songwriter. She sings original songs. She does covers. She sings at the Kaleidoscope Mall. She sings at restaurants. She sings at old people's homes. She's available to sing for you.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear her. Thank you again for joining us. I'm Tanya Schweed for JLife magazine. Thank you to Rita Rudner. Be sure to book your tickets for New Year's Eve and also for Act 3, which premieres January 5th through the 31st. Thank you so much, Rita, for being here
Very,
with me.
very welcome. And any minute now, boom chakalaka.